Welcome, and this is the Tinkle Hoy Podcast, and I'm your host for today, Juan, and I'm here with...
Also, co-host, mostly starring, Quinton, and our special guest today is returning...
Hunter Osterhout, at your service.
And then we also have special guest...
Gunner.
Alright.
Very enthusiastic.
And today we're just going to talk about whatever we want to talk about like usual. So the first thing we're going to talk about is fashion. What do we think about it?
Yeah. So
this is going to be anything in fashion in general. So do we think fashion helps, or is it a squander, or anything about fashion in general?
But we all have biases.
Exactly. That's why it's going to be a good one.
I was going to say, because my fashion sense is, if it's white, I'm going to
Well, it's not our fashion senses. What do we think of fashion in general?
I think white clothing looks really good. So, like, white jackets. I got the white beanie that you got me. I have white pants. If I could get white shoes, I would wear white shoes all day.
I actually don't like wearing white.
I imagine.
If you wear white and you, like, I don't know, eat, like, chocolate cake or something, it just gets all over and then your clothes are ruined.
Oh, yeah. No.
Only if you eat like a pig, Gunner.
Well, oink oink.
So... does fashion help or cause problems?
Yeah, so we can think of also in the case of fashion models. And
Yeah, I was going to say fashion causes only problems. I can't think of a single instance where fashion helps.
it got that girl to notice you.
Oh, yeah.
You're talking what kind of fashion?
Just
Like,
fashion in general could be
fashion shows.
fashion models, fashion shows, or
Fashion shows are weird.
Fashion
you having a
shows.
sense of fashion. I don't have a sense of fashion. That's why I usually ask people like, hey, what the hell do you think would look good on me?
Yeah, you're the kind of guy to put on some sweatpants and some Uggs and walk out in
Yeah.
the winter snow.
I'll go over to Walmart in my Mountain Dew PJs,
Yeah.
Quinton.
I've been to like restaurants and stuff in my pajamas before.
Yeah.
What's the fanciest restaurant you've been to in your pajamas?
Family sushi.
Family
Did you ever
sushi.
go there? in
We did.
Portugal?
We did
Yeah.
go to Family Sushi, but then they, closed it down, sadly.
I know, that sucks. I went there in my pajamas once because I was like, I want sushi and I'm lazy, so.
Hunter, what do you think of your fashion sense? Because your fashion sense, looking at you right now, is quarantine style.
I believe there is a time and place for any style.
So you can wear your beaver hat anywhere? Because it's...
When does Mad Max style come in?
Yeah, when...
Saturdays.
Saturdays are Mad Max days. Gotcha. Do you have, like, a sort of clothes that you wear?
Not really.
You don't have, like, a favorite style?
No.
I've
Dude, I
noticed
don't
you wear
care.
a lot of t-shirts and jeans.
Yeah,
That's it. It's lots of people.
Yeah, exactly. But
I
it
like
is
to wear stuff with, like, things I like, I guess.
Well, yeah.
English.
No. I think my mom got this for me in Hawaii or something.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
I don't like to wear brands at all.
Oh, I know that
Like
about
Nike
you.
and stuff.
Nike.
Do not get me started. I'm getting started. Here
Get
we go.
started.
George, yeah.
I hate those kind of brands. It's expensive, and it's like, oh, you got a Nike logo. It's like,
Supreme.
who cares?
Supreme.
Who cares?
Yeah,
you are
okay.
paying to wear someone's. You are a billboard for someone else's freaking clothing.
Okay.
I'm paying you to advertise on my body. It's
Yeah.
stupid.
The Supreme fashion line caused problems because for, I think, an April Fool's joke, they sold Supreme bricks. They were bricks.
A brick?
Yeah, it was a brick that had the word Supreme on it, and people bought them up like crazy.
I'm sure.
And they were expensive too.
I'm sure people are. Yeah.
Dumb. Yeah.
Yeah.
Supreme, I hate.
Well, I mean, Michael B. Jordan did that Uchiha brand clothing. That's like an arm and a leg, literally.
Yeah.
And it's like, Michael Jordan, it's great that you love anime, but weebs don't have this kind of money.
But they kind of do for figurines and stuff.
Figurines don't cost as much as these clothes do.
Oh, okay.
Well, I guess maybe I'm not, but maybe I'm cheap on figurines. Maybe they do.
Funko Pops.
Funko Pops. Actually, no, I don't really. None of the Funko Pops I have, I actually bought myself. They're gifts from other people.
Yeah.
You got me that Zim Funko Pop, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the only one that you have?
No,
No, he's got an alien one and
I haven't.
a
Oh,
Carnage.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
A
have
Venom?
Carnage. No, I wish. They're kind of hard to find.
Well,
I think, like,
give
Walmart-
the ideas.
Write that down.
I have who do I have? Well, I got Zim. I have Alien. I have Charlie from Supernatural.
I think I saw
I
Boba
have
Fett.
Boba Fett. I have one more that I can't think of right now.
Okay, birthday present. I get you a shirt, and all it says on it, it's just a black plain shirt, and all it says is Invader Zim on the front. Is it a good gift or is it a bad gift?
No, that's a bad.
Okay, then I get you an all black.
You ungrateful.
I get you an all black
Yeah, I'd
shirt.
be happy for it, but I probably wouldn't care for it. I'd be
It,
oh.
Do you care for my Carnage shirt?
Yeah, I'm just not comfortable with my body enough to wear it yet.
Okay.
Yeah, but your
Fair.
Carnage shirt is like it's Carnage's skin, right?
No.
What is
It's
it?
like him lifting.
It's got
weights.
Carnage and
Oh.
he's got weight and it says
Yeah.
Carnage's gym or Carnage rules, one of the two.
Yeah, no, that's cool with me because it's not a brand.
We
new,
talking
it's-
about movies tonight? Because I'm super stoked for the. Did you see the Venom trailer or the teaser trailer yet?
for Venom 2?
You mean
Yeah.
the teaser that just had Venom and then it turned to red? Oh yeah, that was such a great teaser, Gunner.
It's a teaser. It's not supposed to be great.
I expect
But it
something
reveals
more
the
from a
names.
teaser.
It's a teaser. You don't get anything from it. They give you a little. It's like they pour salt on your
What's
tongue.
the
and they're
point
like,
of a
The dish
teaser?
is gonna be salty. And you're like, ooh, I can't wait. Or you're like, I want something sweet right now. You don't give the main course.
Then I
during
think
a
teasers
teaser.
are pointless.
They're,
You're
they're
pointless.
telling you it's in work or it is happening.
It's coming.
Did they
Yeah.
have a release date for it?
I think it got pushed back to like next July or something.
Next July?
Yeah, because of the COVID thing.
Wow.
Well, we can talk about anything, Gunner. We go on tangents all the time.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well we're
But,
doing whatever.
If I got you a Invader Sim shirt and it had Zim like near the bottom and he has like his gun and he's screaming and he's like shooting like halfway across your pec and then it's got the other Waffles. I don't even know his
Gurr?
name. Gurr has Gurr.
Waffles.
Well, I don't know. I don't remember. It's been so long. But and then it has Gurr like wrapped around the back or on the back or something,
That'd be-
and I give that to you. Good
that'd be pretty
gift
cool,
or bad
yeah.
gift?
Well, it's got an intricate design. You know, when we go to Hot Topic and I just see someone legit just grabbed a scene from Dragon Ball, threw it on a shirt, and it's just like, buy this.
Buy it.
And it's like, no, it's a really... Primitive is the worst freaking brand with this.
I hate Primitive. You hate Primitive.
Well, no, some of their shirts are good, but their Dragon Ball Z lineup, aside from their Majin Buu one, my uncle bought a Majin Buu one, and it actually looks really good.
Yeah, definitely. But then, Gunner, you do have a sense of fashion because you won't just wear a shirt to wear a shirt.
I guess.
You kind of like this isn't a
Well,
good
like
shirt.
how you said, if it was just Invader Zim, that's like the Nike stuff.
Well, I guess it was
you
saying
know?
how we buy clothes or how we, like, pick clothes out in the morning.
I just grab.
I just grab a short
I actually grab
sometimes.
stuff that I think will be the most comfortable that day.
I have, like, two outfits that it's like, okay, if I'm going on a date, I'm wearing this, or if I'm doing something
Is
special.
it like a button up with a little necktie kind of thing?
Something close to that.
Something
It's a polo. There's a polo shirt one, and then there's just the. No, they're not. Are they polo shirts? Or are they? What's the brand of clothing when like you put it on? It's like it's long sleeve and you button it up. What are those called? Something like that. Something like that you're wearing.
I'm wearing something exactly like that, but I can't tell you the name of it at all.
I can't think of it, but yeah, those I find
Yeah, just a long sleeve.
fashionable, but they're probably not fashionable.
Yeah, I try to match outfits since like I'm wearing this dark
Flannel?
plaid yeah
Dark
flannel
brown flannel shirt.
with plaid on it, and then I got dark pants on, which goes well with my black shoes, and then I've got my Seahawks hat because I wanted to wear a hat. But I try to match as much as I can. People probably I'm either really bad at it, that like everyone looks at me and goes, he kind of like dressed himself this morning. Oh, I see. Or I'm not the best at it, but people go.
I mean, have you gotten compliments on your?
I've gotten compliments on a couple outfits before.
Oh, nice.
Definitely.
I've never. Gunner.
No. Look at this. No. Heck no. I got fuel tank, dude.
All right, speaking of that,
Yeah.
how about fashion when it comes to like models? What do you think of fashion models?
See, a big thing with fashion shows is that they try to show off what fashion would be in the future, and it's always something fucking crazy.
Weird.
Yeah.
They all got like a
They
Lady
got baby
Gaga.
dolls like taped to it or something.
Yeah. They
It's
got
like,
chain link dresses, like armor, pretty much, and it's like you can hear it come along.
It's preparing for the Mad Max verse.
Exactly. What were you gonna say?
Well, to me, I find fashion models to be utterly pointless because, to me, it is the person that makes the outfit, not the outfit that makes the person.
I mean, true that. If you put on like a $1,000 outfit,
It's wearing me. I'm not wearing it.
yeah, it just looks like a kid fell into a garbage dump and came out with a bunch of clothes attached to him, kind of thing, which would definitely be weird. But there are almost no good clothing lines out there. At least
We
I
don't like the mainstream ones.
I really don't like.
I
them.
feel like once that what brand you like becomes mainstream, you're going to leer away from it.
Yeah, I'm a really big fan of Lurking Class, and a lot of what they do is I was a really big fan of their Lurking Class Sketchy Tank collection, and yeah, I liked it just because it was skulls.
And black and white.
Black and
Quinton's
white.
favorite colors.
Yeah, and would there be a brand that you would get into? Like throw out an idea for a brand. Like
An idea for a brand.
yeah.
Kind of putting me on the spot here,
Well,
man.
okay, here's mine. Bright colors with skull or skeleton iconography.
like a bright pink skull looking thing.
Dude, I would get a bright pink sweater if it had like a giant ass skull on the front. I would buy that and I would wear it.
I don't do the skull thing.
I hate the pink brand.
The pink. Oh God.
The girl brand.
Yes, I hate that with a passion.
Do they make the shorts that say juicy on the back?
I don't freaking know.
I want a pair of those
You
for
want a pair
myself.
of those?
I think it'd be funny.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Maybe
Hilarious.
it's because maybe I just had a problem when you see a shirt that says pink but it's not.
Yeah, that bugs me too. Dude, I think it'd be funny to go to the gym with a sweatpants that's got juicy across the ass.
Yeah.
Like as a grown man, that'd be hilarious.
Well, let's do it. Let's both get ripped
I don't know how to
and
get
go
there.
to the gym.
I don't know how to
You
get
just
them.
order
We'll
it.
look on
Secret.
Amazon.
Oh yeah.
You guys just order it online.
Yeah.
I'll be.
Oh, we have
I'll-
the balls enough to walk into Victoria's Secret and
I'll
I
die
want
before-
those juicy pants.
I would die before I walked into Victoria's Secret on my own. I'd feel weird.
But what if you had a wife and you were
If I
trying
had
to
a
find
wife,
her
I don't
underwear
care,
or
but if I'm-
girlfriend?
If I go in and they're like, "Oh, is this for your girlfriend?" I'm like, "No." Then I'd feel really weird.
Like it's for me.
Like I know it's for a joke, but I'd feel really weird.
Wow, good. I thought you were more bold because you're always saying these bold things we should try, and that doesn't seem that bad compared to other things
Hey,
you've said.
I'm probably the boldest one in this room. The things I've done.
But you wouldn't go into a Victoria's Secrets.
No,
By
that's the
yourself.
limit. No, that's the limit. That's like a social
Would you go in with me?
That's like a social fear. If we're holding hands, maybe.
For holding hands.
Are we going to say what is the boldest thing we've done?
I got.
That's not one of the topics we could talk about
I'm
it.
gonna
Yeah.
go into it.
We could say that
I
for later.
can't. I can't.
I can't think of
I
one though.
can think of many of them.
I
I,
just
got
want-
freaking. I got my roommate. I brought him. Told him to come over. My old roommate. And-
Wyatt?
No, it wasn't Wyatt. It
Sushi?
was- no, it's not Sushi. It was a roommate before those two.
You have a
And
roommate
then-
named Sushi?
Yes.
Nick.
But I invited him over to my current room, and I got Wyatt to get him to sit towards so he was facing towards the fridge, and then I just butt ass naked walked out to my fridge, opened it and grabbed the water and he went back.
That is extremely bold, and I don't think I have anything that can top.
That was funny. I also threatened to fight, not threatened, but Wyatt was screwing around with me or something, and I went in my room and he started jiggling my door handle and was bugging me or whatever. And I like took off all my clothes. When I open it, I'm like, "You want to go? Let's go!" And he's like, he freaks out and starts laughing. It was funny.
Wow. But you won't walk into Victoria's Secrets.
Maybe if I'm naked.
Yeah, that's definitely more bold than stuff I did. Like,
I say you're the second most bold.
The only two boldest things I can think of doing is like the first one is going into a public pool wearing only a Speedo.
Hunter's worn a Speedo, so
Oh my
that's
gosh.
that's like level. That's public almost nudity bold. Yours is like
The
private
fact that
bold.
they said nothing.
I mean, women
says
can
that I am.
do it, but we can't, huh?
I mean, Speedos are made for men.
Yeah.
I was gonna
But
say.
you know, lots of swimwear is very revealing.
Yeah. Some
Yeah.
girls actually took a picture of me and took pictures with me. That was quite.
They
fun.
did that ironically, Hunter.
Well, of course, because he's wearing a Speedo, but it's. How old were you?
Do you have a
I was-
six-pack,
I was-
Hunter?
I was 21.
I was gonna say like a 21-year-old wearing a Speedo. It's funny. You see a 70-year-old man wearing a Speedo walking down the beach. It's like
He's got nothing to lose.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
living life to its fullest.
it's just like
Yeah.
he's just doing his thing, kind of thing.
But it's like, this is a phase. We gotta take a picture of this right
Do
now.
you guys
Yeah.
like to go commando?
Like in my bed?
Just like
in
whenever.
general.
You know?
I used to go commando all the time at home, like, but mostly when everyone is out of the house.
Did anyone ever walk in while you were naked?
Almost.
Not when you're naked. Like you just don't wear underwear. That's what
Oh.
I'm talking
Oh.
about.
I've done it
Kind
a
of
couple
commando.
times.
I don't really care for it. I tried it today because I was like, oh, I had to take a shower.
Are
and
you
I didn't.
currently commanding?
No, I'm not. no. Earlier
You were
today,
shooting guns
That's
as you
why
were
I said
commando?
I tried it. But like earlier today, I went to take a shower and I didn't want to grab like underwear or something because I just got done like running on the treadmill. So I'm like, I'm just gonna take a shower and go commando and see how that goes. I didn't care.
Do you wear like pants?
Yeah, I wore pants.
Yeah,
I
you
just
said-
didn't wear underwear.
Like
That's the point.
just
of
felt
going
like-
commando.
no, I've gone commando with like shorts before.
It's just like
pajamas.
it just felt
Yeah.
like I was wearing pants. Like I don't get the deal with it.
Yeah,
Going from fashion to commando.
going from fashion to commando.
Hey, commando is a fashion.
Commando is a fashion.
Not-
Commando,
Alright, speaking of
not
that,
one
let's
to
go on to
try.
our next topic.
well, speaking of fashion, with Primitive, a lot of anime things are getting made into products and stuff. They came out with a Neon Genesis Evangelion Fender guitar. And it's kind of that whole thing of like, because remember, like back in the day, you'd go to McDonald's and they would like maybe have like a Dragon Ball toy.
Oh yeah, I
and
remember
stuff
those
like that.
times.
It's kind of like back then it was like, oh, it's a kid's thing, blah, blah, blah. Now it's like, oh, we're making shoes, we're making guitars, and it's of everything.
I'm kind of sad that anime is no longer in that niche community.
Yeah, Boku no Academia, I'm pretty sure, has a couple of shoes.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. Probably some masks.
The shoes in Soul Eater are crazy. Like,
Yeah.
They're just like crazy looking. I like it.
But what do you think should be the next anime mainstream product?
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer?
I
What
think
would it
Demon
be?
Slayer
What
would be.
Suit of armor.
It's gonna be like, it's gonna be the polo shirts with the fucking
The
designs.
Yukata's design?
Yeah,
Oh my, the kimono, sorry.
the kimono.
Yukata is something entirely different. I've seen it.
You've seen it?
I've seen it on shoes. I've seen shirts in the style of their kimonos.
Wait, did we say Demon Slayer?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you said
Oh,
Demon
I
Slayer.
was thinking Goblin Slayer.
Goblin Slayer would be cool. I feel like there has to be.
That's Doom with goblins.
Yeah, it really is. Mine would be One Piece swimming trunks. I
Is it
guess
just like a one of the big black like outfits, but like to swim in, you know?
no, I could see like
I don't think he legitly means a One Piece swimsuit. He means like One Piece
Oh
themes.
crap! No, I was thinking never mind.
because I could see them
I
coming
was
out.
thinking of
Were you thinking of a gimp suit?
A one-piece
I was
swimsuit.
thinking of an anime. I was thinking Bleach for some reason.
I actually was recently watching that one again.
I was thinking, yeah, I feel stupid.
But okay,
Continue.
imagine swimming trunks, and it just has like the devil fruit on the side, and then whatever color the devil fruit is what the trunks are kind of.
I get that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds like at least a somewhat decent design.
I think it'd be funny to have some like swimming trunks, but the back is like brown, right? But like
Some-
only a little spot.
Oh god.
You're weird. I thought you were gonna go like swim trunk. It's Usopp's face on the crotch.
No, I'm talking about like making it look like you pooped yourself. Or something.
Why would I wear those swim trunks ever?
I would wear them. I'd wear them to the pool.
But you won't walk into Victoria's Secrets.
I'm scared of girls, okay?
That'd be a good April Fool's.
They're woman gunners.
The
Yeah.
women queens.
Queens.
Hunter, what's an
Your
anime
thoughts.
product you could see being made?
This one is a Berserk product idea I got.
Okay.
It's one of those, one of those coffee cups that changes a bit when it's heated up.
Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking I put a king's egg all mixed up, like in its dormant form, and once heated up, it is awake.
That'd be cool. That'd be easy.
Pretty easy, yeah.
Yeah. That would be nice.
Sometimes
I almost thought you were gonna go for one of those teeter-totter bird things, but it's like Guts mid-swing in Berserk armor, which would be weird, but it would work, kind of.
Yeah.
Gunner, do you have any
I was not paying attention.
Chompy, any Bleach? Think of a Bleach one.
A Bleach one?
Yeah.
Wait, are we talking swimsuits?
It
still?
could be anything.
We're just talking about like
Could be
anime merchandise
any
that's
Well, what I
coming.
was
or-
thinking earlier was like you know how they got those black robes in Bleach?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, but like swimsuit material.
I
Yeah.
want to
Like
wear
it'd be,
one of those.
it'd be weird.
Just like black with a little white in the middle.
I mean, I feel like Japan has already a lot of this.
Oh yeah, no, I
Like-
Actually,
Evangelion, I think you sent it to me, it was a popcorn bucket?
Yeah,
That was the shape of...
Ava 01's helmet.
Yeah.
And it was a popcorn
I
bucket.
saw a Gundam rice maker.
Oh my god.
sounds-
The
Awesome.
head was the Gundam, and it's like, holy crap.
that sounds awesome.
It looked pretty awesome.
It's kind of like one of those novelty things where, like, if you collect Gundams and like paint and have your Gundams, it's like, oh yeah, my rice cooker's also a Gundam, kind of thing.
I could probably get into Gundam. That'd be cool.
Well, there's several series. I recommend either 00
They're expensive
Seed.
though, aren't they?
Well, I'm not talking about like the toys or
I'm
like
talking
merchandise.
about the models. That's what I was talking about.
You know what? I actually want to get a model one.
I would too.
We should, I don't know,
And
pitch in for
build
one or
it.
something.
Yeah, I feel like building it and painting it would be a really cool experience. They've got some simple ones. They've got some crazy ones. There's
Well, you know,
one
Lionsgate's making a live action.
of Gundam.
Yeah,
Oh
I don't
yeah,
think it'll
we
do
talked
well.
about this.
I'm hoping it has potential.
Lionsgate's the
Especially
one-
since they said the Gundam creators have said that they have to like okay a good amount of the stuff,
Oh, okay.
that they want them behind the
Lionsgate's
project.
the ones that they did Saw, didn't they? They did the Saw series.
I'm not sure.
I think they are.
It might be wrong. It might not be Lionsgate. I just know they're making a live action Gundam series, and it's like it's got potential, and I don't want them to ruin it.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. But we talked about this, and I said that it has really easy potential because it's essentially Pacific Rim. But if Pacific Rim was fighting other Pacific Rims,
Now it's pretty much just make Saving Private Ryan with mechs.
yeah, okay.
Make a war movie, but mechs. That's basically Gundam.
Black Hawk
Gundam is
Down with
war.
mechs.
Someone told me to check out Gundam Thunderbolt, and they told me it's kind of about PTSD and like wounded soldiers that like have lost limbs in battle.
I'm still waiting for the Metal Gear movie. Speaking of movies.
I don't like.
Are they making it?
Onwards to
It's because you don't
movies.
like
They're just
Escape
bad.
from LA.
Natural.
If I press this
I
button,
said I don't like.
all
video game
technology
movies.
ceases to work.
Video game movies are pretty bad. Except Sonic was pretty. It was good, but
So it
was
can be
okay.
done.
It was fun, I guess, but
then again, Sonic wasn't really a Sonic movie. That was like a different movie with Sonic in it.
You replace Sonic with a baby, an alien, like literally anything else. It's the same
Could have been that
thing.
movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was like Super 8 or
Super 8 was a good movie though.
yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying is like
And Super 8 was kind of escaped alien. Super 8 was Stranger Things before Stranger Things.
Oh, I thought you were talking about District 8 for a moment.
That's District 9.
District
Ah,
9, yeah.
just-
were they gonna make a sequel to that?
I just think that was rumors.
Oh,
Yeah.
probably.
I think we just have to be in contempt that that alien eventually kept his promise and healed the guy, or he just left him.
Wasn't it like 6 years? He's like, I'll be back in 6 years.
I forget how many years. I gotta rewatch District 9 if
I was gonna
wanted
say, when
that.
did District 9 come out? Because they might be doing that.
Wasn't
whole
it
thing.
like 2010-ish?
Yeah, that's up with sequels. And speaking of sequels,
So, there's a sequel to my favorite game coming out. It's like 10 years old. And this sequel came out of fucking nowhere.
Okay.
Deadly Premonition 2.
No.
Yes.
It's so weird.
Yes.
It's so weird.
Exactly. It's a fucking cult classic, dude.
It's so weird though.
I love it. It's fantastic.
so you know Deadly Premonition, guys?
Yes, I think I watched like Game Grumps play it or something.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Well, I don't
play it.
know anything, so explain to me, what's this about?
It's like
I can explain it.
I want to
real easily.
explain it because I feel like the way I explain it will be funnier.
Let-
It's like Resident Evil 4, but it's like got this weird side stuff where it's like, oh, I gotta go get coffee for the boys at the office. And
Okay.
you drive and you get coffee, and then you go back and they're like, oh man, this is good coffee. Oh, there's something going on. And then you go and kill zombies.
Now we're to Quinton
No.
for the synopsis.
For the perfect synopsis, it's inspired entirely off of Twin Peaks. Okay.
I think you told me about
I
this.
did tell you a long time ago, probably while
when we
I was
started
playing.
watching Twin
Yeah.
Peaks.
So I wanted to watch Twin Peaks because it's what inspired Deadly Premonition. That's why I was like so into Twin Peaks. I was like, I want to love this show.
I have no idea what.
Really good show on Netflix, by the way, if any of you trying to find something to watch in this quarantine.
Yeah, near the end of Twin Peaks, it gets a little bit weird. Near the end of Deadly
It's
Premonition,
weird
it
in the
gets weird.
beginning.
Okay, so Deadly Premonition literally steals from Twin Peaks in a way. There's a murder out in the middle of nowhere, beautiful countryside place, and you play as the detective who gets sent in to.
Is it in
investigate.
Idaho?
It could be in Idaho. The things with coffee, there are things with coffee, are like direct references to Twin Peaks and stuff. But it's a horror game, because I don't know if your character's psychotic or not, but you're just trying to find this killer, and it just gets out of hand, and you can run around and do whatever. Deadly Premonition 2 looks like it's gonna be set in like New Orleans or like the Mississippi or somewhere.
We know
And
it's somewhere in the south.
Yeah, it's somewhere deep in the south, and it looks fantastic. And Deadly Premonition 1 ended with kind of a cliffhanger, and I'm like,
So it's a continuation.
Oh yeah, it is definitely a continuation. So what is a game that people have probably forgotten about that you would want a sequel to? Not a remake, a sequel.
Dead Space.
I thought you were saying another one that you were thinking of when we were in the car.
A sequel?
Yeah, we were talking about sequels, and we're like, oh, that's going to be part of this discussion.
Let's talk about Destroy All Humans, but they're making a remake of it.
Yeah, it's a remake. But
I want Dead Space 4 because freaking they made Dead Space 3 and they left it on a cliffhanger. Pretty much.
no one's forgotten about Dead Space.
I might be surprised. I don't know. EA forgot about it probably.
Yeah. They were like...
But isn't EA the one that does a bunch of crappy stuff nowadays?
Yes, they do. They do like gambling machines and crap now.
No, I heard like them it's a lot of like DLC.
Yeah.
Yes.
Battlefield,
They're horrible.
Star Wars Battlefront. They did
Just
all
kill it.
those.
As for me, I immediately thought Monkey Escape.
Monkey Escape. Monkey. Was it called Monkey Escape or was it called Monkey Island?
Monkey Escape.
Yeah, Monkey Escape would be a fantastic one.
Is that the one with the monkeys and the ball?
No,
It's the one with the monkeys in the
Monkey
hat.
Ball. The monkeys with the police siren hats, and they ran around. And you were a kid, and you had to catch them with a net.
This isn't ringing a bell.
Yeah, probably because you don't know about it.
But I'll
Which
throw
is
one
like
for trial at first. Billy Hatcher.
Billy Hatcher, as a party game or like.
It's a party game. Travis brought it and we were playing
I
it.
know, but like, would the sequel be a party game? Or
I
would
imagine
it
it'd have to be to.
I believe there would be a party mode.
Party mode, yeah. But Billy Hatcher would be weird. Because it's a weird concept by itself.
I don't know the full concept.
Eggs. That's really all I know. Chickens, eggs, kind of thing.
The kid dresses up like a chicken.
Yeah. What about you personally?
A video bloody roar. That's the only way I can think of off the top of my head. If I had some more thought on it.
A new fight.
Force Unleashed, a continuation of Force Unleashed.
They made a sequel.
A third one.
Oh, you want a third
A
one?
third one. Hunter? Oh, you already said it. Ape Escape. Well.
What's some remakes you guys would want?
Like for movies and games or either or.
Either or.
Some remakes or sequels.
You wanted a sequel to The Thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you were talking. That's what you were
the
talking
Thing
about.
Video game.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that would be cool because like I heard some like documentary stuff about it, and they wanted to make it so it was like any person could like get infected and change at like any point in the game, kind of a thing. But they didn't do it because they didn't have like the technology back then. But they do now, so that's why I want it.
Exactly.
You could play
Would it be an
through
online thing, you think?
it.
Your character got infected, you can't beat this character anymore.
Maybe. I'm thinking more like a campaign, just like
More like a campaign,
every
like
campaign ends differently because you don't know who is infected and stuff like that.
that'd be kind of true, but I can see that it's like, hey, Megan over here, you got something from her, you went there, and when you go back, Megan got infected on my game playthrough, and then someone else is like, oh, she didn't get infected in my playthrough.
Yeah. I think they kind of did that with the original Thing game.
I don't think so.
I don't know what
think
the
so.
original
I thought it
Thing game
pretty
was
linear.
about.
I never played it.
It was linear, but
I
there
think
were
it was pretty
survivors that
linear.
you would come across, and they would like stick with you for a while, and you wouldn't know if they were
And
infected.
then they would turn or something.
And they would turn. And
Yeah, but-
oh shit.
I'm talking like in the old game, it was like you would test for someone, and then they'd be like fine, and then like 2 seconds later, it'd be like, they're infected, and it's like,
Yeah.
Honestly, like the only way I could think of to make that game even more difficult, if you added or combined with the difficulty or brain power of the nonary games. More like multiple paths, multiple endings, all that.
So yeah, you're like kind of wanting to have. Okay, so yeah, in the case of like what Chompy was saying, if like Megan is not infected in his playthrough, he goes down a certain line, and that line changes the story, and then someone else goes along that same path, and she is infected.
I feel like it'd be a Let's Play, though. With the way we're describing it, I feel like it'd be a Let's Play.
It kind of would.
It'd be kind of like Until Dawn, and what's that one you played with the girl and her psychic brother that's not actually with her, but is with her?
non-rare games.
I thought
Oh,
non-rare...
no. Okay, what was that? It was from the same person that did,
That robot game.
yeah. What? Gosh. So that was, Detroit Become Human. So
Oh, yeah.
what was the other game with, Ellen Page as the main protagonist? Yeah.
Ellen Page.
Yeah.
Who's that?
She's the girl that played Kitty in the X-Men movies.
I don't know who that is. I never watched those.
It's like Us or something. I don't know.
Oh, Last of Us?
No.
No?
No, Hunter. I'll find it. Let's continue.
We talked about what games we want remake now.
I had another one, Lost Planet. I don't know if
yes.
you guys remember that. Me and Hunter remember that.
I don't
Yes.
think I ever.
I'd like a sequel, another third one to Portal.
A third Portal.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, good luck.
Now that
with
you mentioned it, he's gonna postpone it even further.
You telling me that the creator's that petty?
Yes.
Come on, bought, Be merciful and give us Half-Life 3.
Well, now we just pushed it back. Thank you, Hunter.
People will riot.
No, they won't. They'll forget about
They
it.
made a Half-Life 1.5, pretty much.
It's like Attack on Titan. It's going to take so long for it to get here. By the time it does, the hype died down. Unless it's a really beloved franchise.
So the guy that did those games that I'm thinking of is like Luke Cage or something. He did Fahrenheit.
Luke Cage.
He did Indigo Prophecy. Hold on, I'm getting there.
You're
I'm going
getting there.
By the way, I want a sequel for Indigo Prophecy because I played through that game and it was absolute garbage.
Why do you want a sequel to a garbage game?
Because David Cage, that was his name. I don't know. It just seemed. Okay, so yeah, he did Heavy Rain. Heavy Rain was another one of them. Beyond Two Souls. That was what it was called.
That was the one I saw you playing?
Yeah, and that was they're all story based and all that.
It was weird watching you play that.
Yeah. How weird was it for you to watch me play Detroit Become Human?
Not that weird because it seemed like everything was kind of going to a certain spot.
Yeah.
Either way, either choice you pick at the beginning, it still leaves you with the question of, did this person die or did they not die? And then you find out at the end, oh, this is what happened. Because you go back there.
Mm. So, do you guys not know about Lost Planet?
No.
So, they came out Lost Planet and Lost Planet 2. And it's pretty much about humanity goes to this planet and they find an energy source, but there's these monsters that live off of it. And they had these giant monsters. It was almost like a Monster Hunter game with guns. And like you could like get eaten by the monster and be inside the monster shooting little internal bits, and there'd be smaller monsters. It was a really cool multiplayer game. And
is it like PS2 area?
yeah, it is like PlayStation
Wow.
2, Xbox 360 area.
Yeesh.
Oh yeah, I just thought
They could
the
definitely
game
bring that
I
back.
wanted a remake so bad. You guys remember Resident Evil Outbreak?
Resident Evil Outbreak.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
That was a game ahead of its time.
it was a multiplayer Resident Evil game.
On PlayStation 2.
Yeah, so you would start a game with 4 survivors, each being controlled by a person, and it was like you could all make it out. It was like Left 4 Dead before Left 4 Dead 2. It was crazy because it had all the Resident Evil mechanics of like herds, finding ammunition, and then just monsters, and then solving puzzles. Is really cool, and they had like a huge cast of like 15 survivors you could play as.
Why did we ever buy that on PlayStation 2?
Huh?
Why we should have bought that on PlayStation 2.
Resident Evil Outbreak? Well, we didn't.
We got Drakengard and Silent Hill 2.
We'd have to play it solo, but I don't know. It's hard to play solo, but it's just not the full experience. If they brought it back for a remaster, that would be fantastic with the new engine.
Or at least make it available in Steam so people could play it
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, have it on Steam, be able to play with friends.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, my personal hell would be a game getting announced to come out and never coming out.
Oh, like PT?
Like Deadly Premonition.
That's what I was thinking.
if they've announced Deadly Premonition, it had a release date too. I'm gonna check that. But my personal hell would be them having it announced and then the date coming and it not coming out. It almost.
But would you eventually get used to that hell?
No, I wouldn't.
Because you're in hell and it's like, so they just keep announcing games and they just keep getting you? Like, huh, Quentin, I got you again. You thought you were getting this game, but you weren't.
Deadly Premonition 2 is just to come out sometime this year. No specific date, just anytime this year, which makes me think like it's gonna
Next year.
Yeah, it's gonna get delayed. I'm so sad.
Alright, Hunter.
Yes.
Oh, you still going, Quentin?
No, I can save it for later.
Now, like, personal hells is such a interesting concept. The earliest
Well,
recordings of one.
your personal
Your
heaven
personal
was
hell.
Valhalla.
I know, but let me give one as an example for the audience, like, and then I'll explain my own. Like, one of the famous one is a king during ancient Greece who cheated death 3 times.
Was he named 50 Cent?
Nope, but
50 cents better
his
than
name
it
might as
nine
well be
times.
50 Cent. Anyway, because he cheated death multiple times, like, when he finally died, he was given a chance to come back alive again. All he has to do is push a boulder up a hill, and when it's up there, he gets to come back to life. However, every time the boulder gets close to the top, it always slips, gets heavier, everything it could to fall all the way back down.
Yeah.
He just got to get stronger, Hunter.
That's, like, doesn't matter because that's his personal hell. Like,
So he
always
got
being
screwed,
close
is
to-
basically.
Yep, always being close to what he wants but never getting to it.
Hence my example.
But no, I'm saying you die, you go to hell. So this in this hell, they keep announcing games that they're going to make that you're excited. But wouldn't you eventually get smart and wise up?
It's like they announce a game to come out the next day, and I go to sleep happy, and then I wake up and I'm like, oh, I go to get it, and they're like, sorry, it's delayed. And that's my personal hell. Is just.
Or is it like horror? Is it like horror? Is it like Kyon? Like it's a different you each time. So
Yeah.
each time you're excited, and each time you're
Yeah.
disappointed.
I get Men in Black mind wiped
Mm-hmm.
every time. So what's your personal
Right, continue,
hell,
Hunter.
Ah, yes. My personal hell. Like, it would be repeating, doing the same thing. Like,
So
Or-
getting Groundhog's Day.
yes, except, like, I only ever get a memory of all the times I did every 100 times.
I feel like
Explain that,
I was gonna
because
say,
I'm
you're using like
confused.
an example here. That's very. You don't have to have like some shining light in there, because that sounds like something that would help you.
Yeah, like, is being given a task and in the end being told that it was pointless or worthless, and like having to do it over again with thinking this is
That
it.
sounds like relationships,
I
Hunter.
was gonna say it sounds like you're making a pie, and every time you make a pie, Gordon Ramsay comes out and
He's like,
tastes
it's rotten!
It's rotten.
What the fuck is this?
And
It's
then,
fucking raw!
do it again. Do it again. And then
You fucking donkey!
Well, because of you two now I neither want to become a chef or be in a relationship.
With Gordon
Of course.
Ramsay.
No, because the way you were explaining it sounded like a relationship. I get into this, and then maybe I find out everything was pointless because she just broke my heart and left me for dead.
yeah,
This is like adult stuff, man.
it's always adult.
Well, this is your personal hell, Gunner. This was going to get dark.
I was gonna say this is the Tinkle Hoy Podcast. It's just sad boy hours and just adultery.
Yep. Alright, well, it's your guys' turn.
Gunner?
Yeah.
There was
right?
no chocolate.
I'm gonna go get
No
That's-
chocolate in the world.
So you're in hell, but hell doesn't have chocolate.
Yeah, there's like a table and they got like cake and jello and shit. I'm like, fuck yeah. And then I look for a fucking, like a Hershey bar and there's none. And I'm like, can I get a Hershey bar? And they're
What if
like,
I won you
we
up?
don't have them. I'd be like, no!
There's chocolate, but you're forbidden and cannot eat it.
Oh, that would
Everyone
suck.
around you eats it.
No.
Yeah. And they look at you and they're like,
This
I think
is-
I'd just
the
be
best
like
chocolate I've
sad.
ever had.
No.
Well, this is hell, Gunner.
No. I think I'd just be sad, but if there was no chocolate, I'd just be, that's my personal hell.
So you're telling me...
Absolutely no chocolate. If I saw people with chocolate, I'd be like, there's hope. But if there's no chocolate, it's like, there's no hope. I
And
hate
then
this.
all the food that isn't chocolate's made of tofu.
I
And
guess.
you're forced to eat it. Because it's the only food there is.
I'm just
Yes.
thinking of tofu.
And that's
Better-
your personal hell? No chocolate?
Yeah.
No chocolate in hell?
Dude, I love chocolate too much.
I mean, I could come up with another personal hell for myself, but
Oh,
I want to hear that
with,
one.
with a better one? Is that what you were gonna say? That's
Because
not-
mine's
No.
being...
Well,
mine's
mine's not good enough.
super dark.
I
Yours
love
is-
Yes.
chocolate.
my second one's getting done.
I'd fight a war for chocolate. I swear. I would. I love chocolate.
But there you go, Trump. That's how
Now
to
I need a candy
convince
bar,
Gunner to save the planet.
Tell them that aliens.
We're gonna make
and Mars.
chocolate illegal unless you kill all the aliens, and we'll be
Yeah.
like, consider it done.
All right, so yeah, mine's super dark. It would be feeling the way I felt in that time frame when I was super depressed and slept in the living room for like 5 months.
Yeah.
Feeling that way nonstop and there being absolutely no way out whatsoever. That is my personal hell. Because in those moments, I didn't care how it stopped. I just wanted it to end. My head was throbbing and it was just like, I just don't want to exist anymore.
Yeah. My second personal hell is being hung by meat hooks by my feet and being spun.
Being spun?
Spun, yeah. Just woo. Being round
like
rosy.
a carousel. Go
Like a
around.
carousel.
Isn't that happened to Scorpion in that movie? Wasn't he hung?
Yeah, he was hung by meat hooks, but he wasn't spun. Like, meat hooks, it'd be like, ah, it hurts, and then you're just kind of like chilling there. But being spun,
I
it's
think
like,
there'd be a constant pain if I was on a meat hook.
let's test this out.
You want to try it, Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
You know, it's a good thing that we talked about this because sometimes it takes a journey to hell to realize that you have much more potential than you believe you do.
You know what? I got an even better personal hell. Watching something that thinks it's an anime but isn't. Like
Drake
Canon.
and Josh.
Like Drake and Josh. Drake and Josh is a fantastic anime. Get out of here.
Or King of the Hill. Or
Like
4
Cannon
and a Half.
Busters?
Stop naming good animes. Connor.
What
Like
about Avatar?
Cannon Busters.
So you don't consider Cannon Busters an anime?
Don't consider Cannon Busters an anime.
Alright, so that comes to our next topic. What does a show need to be given the title of anime?
It has to be made in Japan.
You think that's a definite it has
No,
to
I
be
think
made
that's a
in
pretty
Japan?
well established requirement. For
Cannon
But does it
Busters.
have to?
Yes.
So you're
it
telling
has
me
to.
if an American comic book writer made Hero Academia,
it
it would not be an anime?
No, it'd be Japanese styled. Avatar is not an anime.
Avatar is not an anime. Look at the style. It's not
It's
even
a
close to
cartoon.
anime.
It's like champagne. It comes from one region in France. It's just like that. It comes from Japan.
You're telling me
Japan is anime.
You're telling me if I made champagne here, it wouldn't be champagne.
No, it'd be wine.
I don't think you know what champagne is.
It'd be wine.
Hold on.
It comes from Champagne, France. That's why it's called champagne. If it's from anywhere else, it's wine. Or something else. Or
What if
whatever,
I take
but it's not
over a
champagne.
country and call it anime, and then make anime? Is it gonna be an anime then, Gunner?
I don't know. I guess it is. Mr. freaking dictator over here.
Mexican. You
I'm
expect.
Mexican.
Okay. Champagne is a French sparkling wine. Many people use the term champagne as a generic term for sparkling wine. But in the EU and some other countries, it is illegal to label any product champagne unless it came from the Champagne wine region of France.
That's
and
what I'm
it's
saying.
produced under the rules of appellation. So you're telling me, because America, I'm assuming, illegally labels champagne as champagne, it's not actually
It's not real
champagne.
champagne.
Wow.
Did not know
I
that.
was gonna say, okay, if I order champagne from Champagne,
It's
France,
champagne.
and I get a champagne from America,
It's not champagne.
and I taste the American one, and then I taste the French.
They'll taste
the French
exactly
one,
the same. It's not champagne. It's not real champagne.
That's stupid. That's very stupid. I don't like.
I don't make up the rules.
All
I
right,
don't
wait.
know.
Is Frosted Flakes and the other brand, are those the same? Would you say?
No,
No.
because one's got frosted. It's the branding. It's like you can have like a freaking knockoff like Chinese Nike shirt. It's not really Nike. It can say Nike. It can have their logo. It's not Nike, unless it came from Nike.
But I hate that rule set. But
I
like,
know.
I don't make the rules.
But okay, but when you say Nike, it's so specific. It's because when you say Nike,
Well, I'm just using that
you're
as an
saying
example.
a company. You're saying a product. When you say champagne, you could be talking about sparkling wine.
Yeah.
It should be considered champagne.
No, because it doesn't come from France. Champagne, France specifically.
All right, then. So you think anime has to come specifically
Yes.
from Japan.
To be
Why do you
considered
think
anime.
Cannon Busters does not deserve the title of anime?
I don't think it deserves the title of anime because it just seems so unoriginal, and it seems like they had a concept there, but they just
Lost it.
they
You mean with
said-
their mechas and samurais and ninjas
Yeah,
and
they-
Trigun setting?
They made it was like an Adult Swim bumper in the style of anime. It's like if Rick and Morty does an episode where they're in the style of anime, I'm not gonna be like, oh, Rick and Morty's an anime now. It's just like, oh, they're inspired by it. So I see Cannon Busters as just being inspired.
So what does an anime need?
An anime needs an original idea.
An original idea?
It needs to have its art style, which it doesn't have to be anime art style. You know, One Piece, Bleach, all that. It doesn't have to be that, because there are plenty that aren't like it. Junji Ito, you could almost not call him a mangaka, because it's horror in his style, which is almost anime inspired. So making an anime of Junji Ito, yes, it's going to be an anime, but it's going to be an anime of something that isn't anime, which makes it an anime, because it's an original idea, I would say. If you take a cartoon show, let's say Avatar: The Last Airbender, and you make it anime styled, it's not anime.
But what if all the characters look anime?
It's still not anime to me, because it would just be like a rehash in a certain style. They're using the style to their effect.
So you also think it needs to come from Japan? Is that?
No. I feel like if Cannon Busters did its own thing with like themes and whatnot, because I don't know why they said it in.
Well, they introduced themes but then quickly discarded them. Like that little robot's idea of when you're useless, us machines, we just go and die.
Which was great.
And it's like, okay, I guess I'll die.
It'd be like if they made an
And then it
anime-
gets saved, but then there's like no, like, it's dropped after that. It's not like
Mhm.
any existential crisis of realizing I actually want to freaking live. I don't want to die.
It'd be like if they made an anime of the Little Toaster. You know?
Okay.
The Brave Little Toaster?
Yeah, the Brave Little Toaster.
I'd watch that.
Yeah, I would too.
We said that we were watching, like, this is the end of the Brave Little
Oh
Toaster.
yeah, we did.
Well, we already have at least 2 or 3 opposing views.
What makes an anime for you?
I want to say it's the art style and overall tone of the show.
It is like so.
So Cannon Busters, I'd consider an anime. I consider Ruby an anime, but I wouldn't say they're the greatest anime.
Yes.
Cannon Busters, it didn't seem like it knew what it wanted to be. And also, when we were reading the critics' reviews, and if the biggest thing to take away from a show is it had so much diversity.
Which it in reality didn't.
I mean, no, it did. All the characters. It was in Africa. We established that this probably took place in an Africa type setting
But okay, is diversity
with a Digimon-looking villain.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is diversity having something that goes against norms, or is it having a little bit of everything?
Well, it's just representation.
Diversity?
Yeah.
Wait, what did
Well, the idea is
Wait.
anime. Oh, continue.
I was just gonna ask, what did you say? Like, again, like right before.
Is
Just say that again.
Is diversity having a little bit of everything, or having something that goes against norms?
Yeah, diversity is having a little bit of everything.
Exactly. So Cannon
Yeah.
Busters is not diverse, because it's just not gonna beat around the bush here. Every single character is black, except
The
One-
samurai. The samurai.
the samurai. Yeah, and it's like, okay, I get what like.
What
it's
was
okay.
Philly? Was Philly black or is Philly Mexican?
Philly was mixed.
Philly was mixed.
Yeah. There was definitely some mixed characters in there, and there was the one girl in there with alopecia. No, it's not alopecia. Sorry. It was skin pigment. She had a skin pigment theme
Oh.
where she had the white spots on her entire body. And I was like, oh, that's cool. That's diversity. Like, kind of including, like, oh.
But anime's always been diverse.
Yeah, no, they always have been.
You know, Grell from Black Butler, he is, well, I guess you can also consider Grell a trans because Grell sometimes refers to himself as a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe it is a woman, it never really tells you.
Mm-hmm.
And if Grell is a guy, then Grell is, you know, gay, and that's for...
Mm-hmm.
That's Sailor Moon, lesbians.
Yeah, and
Had lesbians.
I mean, that's like, if we're talking about racial diversity, when you look at like animes, it's like they're not that racially diverse. They're mostly all Japanese, but that's because...
But what do you think of the idea when someone's like, oh my gosh, they're whitewashing this character in the live action? Or do you think as long as it looks close to the character, it's good enough?
If it looks close to the character, I can kind of give it a pass.
Because, you know, if we were... Oh, continue.
But you were talking about Ghost in the Shell.
Well, I was using that as an example. It'd be like, if we were super strict on that, then Tom Holland would have had to have been born in New York for us to accept him as Spider-Man.
Exactly, but...
But he wasn't. He looks enough like he could pass through Peter Parker. And, you know, I think that's all you need. If you could dress up as a character and pass through them and you could do good acting, then yeah, give them the role.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. And the reason animes don't seem that diverse is because they usually
take place in Japan.
And it's like you'll have a rare case scenario where it's like, yeah, my family lived abroad and they moved here to Japan after a while, so I'm British, like a British character in a Japanese anime.
Is Sakamoto British?
Yeah, kinda. Sakamoto.
I don't know. Don't you know my name's Sakamoto or whatever?
I haven't watched that show.
He's like perfect at everything.
It's the worst.
You've seen clips.
I've seen clips, and it's why I don't like the show, because I can't stand a show like that.
Why?
Because it's like, it's funny, haha, a little bit, but then it's like, after a while it gets boring. Because when I think of Psyche, he's literally like the perfect human being, because is he an alien? Is Psyche an alien?
No, he wasn't.
No,
he was born to...
He's just born a psychic.
Exactly. So... him, like, being able to solve all these problems super quick and easy makes sense to me because he still gets problems. There still are problems in his life, and that's what makes that show good and funny to me. Sakamoto, it's like, oh, he's late for school. Oh, he's pole vaulting over the school gate. It's like...
Did he do that?
He did.
Actually, he didn't. He just pretended to.
Oh, yeah, he pretends to and then walks in because the teacher opens the gate to throw him off or something. I don't even know. But to me, that's like... Haha?
Is Ruby an anime to you?
Ruby is an anime to me.
Alright.
It's an anime that uses a lot of CG. And not the best CG, but I feel like Ruby has its own thing going on. When I look at Ruby, I don't really see inspirations.
Every weapon is also a gun.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't really see inspirations from anything too
Well, lots of the characters are inspired by fairy tales, mythologies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it's its own thing, and it's just in that style, and people consider it an anime because it doesn't try to be an anime. That's why I feel like people consider Avatar: The Last Airbender as an anime.
I don't consider Avatar an anime.
You don't consider it an anime?
No.
I consider it an anime.
How dare you?
It's the way it looks. It just doesn't have the style of anime.
It's a little more rounded as an art style. Faces are rounder than they would be in an anime.
I guess good point.
Are there noses in Are there noses in Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Yeah, there is.
Yes.
There are.
I think...
Gunner's mind just looks like...
I don't know. I want to say yes. I want to be like, yeah, it is, Quentin. You're so stupid. But, like, I don't know. I don't know if
You're
they
trying
do.
to think of the characters, trying to think, did they have a nose? What kind of nose?
Exactly. I can only think of like.
Okay,
Kate's
I'm
nose.
looking up a picture now. Appa has a nose.
Yeah, but
But he
He's
ain't
a
human.
giant bison.
It's a good art style because it shows depth in characters' faces, and then that's what I think the show.
Yeah, they have
gets
noses.
a lot of.
So you think Cannon Busters didn't show depth in faces?
No, they just went for that anime art style of not really having.
Is Neo Yokio an anime?
Is Neo Yokio?
Yes.
Is that the?
That's the Jaden Smith anime.
Is that the French show?
It was French?
Wait, no.
Are you
I
thinking
know
of Code
exactly what
Lyoko?
you're talking about. Okay, Neo Yokio was an anime.
But Cannon Busters isn't.
Cannon Busters is not an anime. Because Cannon Busters to me was just so, like, anime tropey, but at the same time trying too hard to be cool.
That's what I felt. They're just like trying to throw so much edge into
They were
it.
like, oh, this character.
We got these cannibals
Yeah.
skinning people.
This girl doesn't have arms, but she can throw her hand wherever she wants and stab people.
I mean, that scene was pretty cool, but like you said, it was overkill because then the freaking android decks the already dead guy.
Wait, what is this?
Cannon Busters. It's on
Oh.
Netflix, so if you ever want to check, it's a 12-episode anime.
Be ready to be disappointed.
I went into that.
I mean, I've seen some people that gave it positive reviews. I was trying to find like usual anime reviewers that I watch review it, but I can't find it from them.
So under the radar. Kind of
Yeah, it's under the radar. Gunner, so you tell me, what does an anime need to be considered an anime?
I just told you.
What else?
What do you mean, what else? What else with you?
I've told you mine.
I told you mine! Why are you asking?
Hunter, what does an anime need to be?
Also, what else, apparently?
So you know what? Gunner's is it has to come from Japan. Quentin's is it needs to have
Its own inspiration.
its own inspiration.
Kind of. Art style does it a little bit, but the art style is flexible.
So would you not consider Black Clover an anime since it borrows heavily from Naruto?
Black Clover is an anime.
Quinn. But what else?
But what else?
But what else?
Black Clover takes the Naruto kind of theming and turns it on its head almost.
Okay, but what else?
But what else?
Shut up.
It has magic in it. Oh. But also it goes against the idea that the main protagonist has to be strong in the main force of the world.
He kind of is.
He is strong, but he's not strong
Someone should look
in
up
magic.
what Google says.
But no, he basically
Get
has the
Google's
freaking
opinion.
power to negate everyone else's power.
He's not strong in magic.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. They turn it on its head because it's like he's not strong in magic, which is what the world runs on.
Say, like, what if Deku had Eraserhead's power?
Yeah.
But it wasn't to do with blinking. It was just if you're within his vicinity, he can do it.
I mean, think about the one-shot to Boku no Academia.
I haven't read it yet.
You haven't read it? Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
So,
Spoiler alert.
the main character is Deku, but he's like in his
Older.
mid-30s. He makes things for heroes to use. Like, he's one of the mechanics kind of thing.
All right.
So it's like, he's not a hero in this world full of heroes. Kind of thing.
Why?
I don't know why they got rid of that.
But what else?
Shut up.
What else?
Hunter, you go.
Well, you both made some interesting points. But to me, like, there is no requirement for an anime to be an anime because
Quitting.
the
Google
word,
it.
I just simply see the
Google
word
says.
anime short for animation. So, therefore, there are American animations, Japanese animations.
But much like a lot like all of our other words, it's evolved to its own slang.
What would I Google?
Indeed.
Be like,
And
what is
just-
anime or
And
something?
it will keep evolving.
It's like dope used to be an insult.
Mhm.
You dope, you messed this up.
I'm just
But
kinda-
now it's like, oh, that's dope.
I'm just kind of curious what Google like has to say.
Are we saying Japan's definition or our definition?
What?
Are we saying Japan's definition or our definition?
I'm just saying what does Google say?
Okay, the
Right.
word anime is the Japanese term for animation.
Okay.
So
That's
anything
Yeah.
animated is
May I continue?
Animation.
yeah.
Just in Japan.
That goes back to if it comes to Japan, though,
Movies.
for Gunner.
Movies are anime if they're animated.
Okay.
So Toy Story is an
Anime.
anime in Japan.
Yeah.
So going off of your theme with champagne, yeah, Toy Story is an anime.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
I want to watch Toy Story in Japanese now with
Yeah.
English subtitles.
Brave little Toy Story
It's an anime.
is an anime.
What about Core in the House?
Korean House is not an anime.
Damn it.
King of the Hill.
All right, Hunter, what were you? You
I
said
only
there's
watched
no
King of the Hill in
prerequisites.
Japanese, dude.
Family Guy's an anime.
Alright. Well, as I was saying, like, if a show from anywhere hits all the good points, as in a good storyline, memorable characters, and excellent character development, then it is not an anime to me, it is simply art. And I'm sure
I was
any
about to hit you
sophisticated person,
Why?
any sophisticated person that agrees with me, please send me money.
Hunter.
That was
So is
But
Cannon
what else?
Busters an anime?
Like, whether I like it or not doesn't matter.
I'm not saying whether you like Cannon Busters. I'm saying would you
Is it an
classify?
anime? We needed a yes or no answer. Is it an anime?
It is an anime. Like,
So
but
vivid.
I do not
Alright.
have to call it art.
I was gonna say Hunter's argument is Blade Runner 2049 is art. Cannon Busters is an anime. Blade Runner 2049 is not anime. Pretty much. That's what. That's
So now
essentially-
with your thing, we'd have to get a discussion is what is art?
Like,
He explained it himself.
I know.
Good points, storyline, characters.
like
But what else?
memorable characters, good storyline, like a great development of plot and character motivation.
Would you say Winx Club is an anime then?
Absolutely.
Winx Club? What's
Yes.
that?
It was this freaking show on 4Kids.
Oh.
It was like a rip-off of
Wasn't it a
Sailor
toy
Moon
line?
with pixies.
Wasn't it? I thought they had like a toy line.
I don't
Hold
remember.
on, was that one involving the pink koala?
No.
No,
Okay,
you're
thank
thinking
God.
of that.
You're thinking of She-Ra.
Honestly, I get confused most.
Or was
too
that a
many
koala?
times.
No, he's thinking of the Sailor Moon ripoff where it was all guys.
What?
We saw it on. We saw that on.
That came out recently though.
No, we
No,
saw
no,
on
it
Kiss
came out
Anime
years.
a long time.
Like Winx Club came out back when we were kids. Like, I'd watched a couple episodes. I'd watched Totally Spies.
I think a show, or are we saying shows and how they can be art?
Yeah.
I think a show can have terrible characters, and it can have terrible plot, but if it has amazing development of characters and amazing art style, I'd consider it art.
Anything could be art. You could literally shit in a jar and put it on
No.
display. Yes, you can.
No.
Yes, you can.
I don't consider that
Yes,
art.
you can. There was a guy took a toilet, signed it, put it in a room,
And
it was
those
like, this is
people
art.
are idiots.
I know they are, but it's still art. So yes, you could.
Well,
Anything can
yeah,
be art.
that's on the low end
That's
of the
just
spectrum
people
of
trying
art.
to-
That's like the philosophical.
The banana
type of
on
art.
the wall.
Just like fucking throw a rotten banana.
Architecture. You can think of architecture. Like if you look at a normal house.
Was the unicorn store
I
art?
think it's art.
Okay.
Someone made it.
Yeah.
Made it to look good.
Yeah.
It's
Gonna-
art.
Was the unicorn store movie art?
It was something.
It was something, wasn't it?
I heard about that unicorn story.
Didn't we watch it?
No, me and you watched it.
And then Chomper told me about it.
Yeah.
That was a weird one. I don't know.
It was a really
I didn't
stupid.
understand it. I guess.
Unicorns exist at the end. That's basically it.
Pretty much.
And everyone.
Okay, was it the movie's fault or was it your fault that you didn't
I think it was
understand
the movie.
It was the
just
movie's
didn't-
fault.
It was weird. It didn't
Brie
make sense.
Larson's character's all pouty because she got an F on her assignment when she didn't follow the criteria.
That's very interesting.
Also, Samuel Jackson.
Samuel
Wait.
Jackson in it, yeah.
Are you saying Samuel Jackson is art?
Yes.
Yes, that man
He
is
is.
art.
He is handcrafted by God and sent here. He needs to get his own movie.
You
We'll
know
call
what?
it Samuel Jackson the movie,
Samuel Jackson.
and it's only played by Samuel
I
Jackson.
kind of wish it was in a movie
And
with
it's
Jackie
There's multiple
Chan.
characters, but they're all played by Samuel Jackson. The plot of the movie is that Samuel Jackson is trying.
Is this
to...
where that Seth Rogen idea came from?
Yes, this is what
Go
I'm
on, then.
explaining.
Go on.
But Samuel Jackson is trying to outlaw the word motherfucker, and it's up to Samuel Jackson to stop him. And they go through these crazy adventures, And then like there's one scene in the movie where Samuel Jackson has like a nightmare and he looks in the mirror and he looks up and it's Seth Rogen and he just goes like and he's like, hey! He wakes up.
Alright, Gunnar, but we make it into an anime.
I think Samuel Jackson would be down for it. It said he was in Kite, and that's
He was an Afro Samurai.
that's borderline hentai.
Kite?
Afro
Kite is a borderline hentai.
Now that
It's just the release features that we got. They take out the hentai parts, but when like me and Eli were looking it up, we went to Kiss Anime and we were watching it, and then like the hentai parts popped up and we were just like, what the fuck? And Eli was like, what the heck is this, man? I don't remember, this never happened. In my dad's version. You could imagine how Eli was.
I've only seen this in my dad's version.
Dude, you know what's great about hentai? You can watch it with your kids.
Shut the fuck up, Gunnar.
Because it's censored, you know?
Mostly.
you're not wrong, but still shouldn't.
Alright, let's move on to our final topic.
What I think is our ARGs. Does anyone here know what an ARG is?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay. Augmented reality game or alternate reality game.
Oh.
They're these like web shows that people have either an interactive element or a watch and theorize.
It's important to have that,
watch
Gunnar.
it evolve.
Sure you do, I know you do.
So I recently found an ARG called Dad. Okay? It's about this guy named Dad, and he's trying to become the #1 YouTuber. But
I thought you were gonna say dad.
he's trying to become the No, he already is the #1 dad. But there's this whole thing going around it where it's about mind control and all this weird stuff. There's a famous one called I Know Where She Is, or it's called Hi, I'm Ashley. And
So how are ARGs different from
I thought it was
games?
Emily.
they're not that different from games. No.
Because it sounds like Sims, kind of.
Not really, because the two different types. There's interactive, and then there's like you watch. Dad is kind of like you watch. Whatever you do, like comments, sending in things, or anything, doesn't do anything to the show. It's essentially a show that you're watching, and you're watching it undeveloped slowly. Hi, I'm Ashley. Didn't really have anything. There was another one called like the Cicada Project. And in that one, the guys who did the ARG actually went around cities and posted these QR codes with the cicada on it, kind of emblem, and it revealed like locations. And in these locations, people had to go and dig up these boxes, and they had
In
clues.
reality?
Yeah, in reality.
That kind of reminds me of like the interactive Cloverfield stuff.
Guess what? That was an ARG.
So that's what ARGs are.
It's a bad one though, because the level of it was you learned more about the movie, all that kind of stuff, like stuff behind the scenes or like behind the actual plot of the movie, kind of thing, like where the alien came from or like what the company's doing. The ARGs are very interesting, just because it's a way for anybody to tell a story essentially. So I was trying to come up with an idea for a perfect ARG. And in my mind, I would think if I had the money to do it, I would build this ARG and for there to be an actual prize at the end for whoever solves it. Like,
This sounds like Ready Player One.
yeah, like $100,000. I go into Yellowstone Park and I dig a 6-foot hole somewhere that I know exactly where it is, and I put $100,000 in a chest there, and then I bury it all up, and then I slowly kind of give out hints and stuff on where it could be. It's like it's an ARG, but usually there's some element of plot or whatever to it, but that's not important in my ARG. The cool thing about ARGs, it's whatever you want it to do, whatever your goal is. So off of
Can I
that,
hire a bunch of delinquents to dig holes for me before I to find this?
Maybe if you wanted it that bad and you were that bad at like getting clues and stuff, because a lot of them they use like Morse code, they use binary, they use ciphers.
Can you decode stuff like Morse code or binary?
Yeah, you can.
No, can you?
Can I?
Yeah. Because I'm interested. I feel like you can or you can't.
I used to be able to do binary a little bit, because binary is pretty simple. Like if you're doing like a 4-letter word, it's like, okay, that's K, this is I, that's N, this is G, and it's like king, boom. I got my 4-letter word out of like 18 lines of numbers.
I'd like to know Braille. That'd be cool.
Braille would be cool, but Morse code is hard to learn.
Yeah. I actually listened to a whole song in binary.
I bet that got boring really fast. Beep, boop, beep, 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 boop.
Oh no,
boop,
like the
beep.
one I was listening to is just in 1 and 0s.
That's what binary is, Hunter.
So
if you were listening to a song in binary, I'm assuming it's...
which one is beep and which one is boop?
Exactly. Well, I'm saying like it's a noise. It's a noise for each 0 and a noise for each 1. So you have 2 noises. That's it. That's the whole song. 2 noises.
But which one is which?
I don't think that's quite binary. I think binary would be there's no noise or a noise.
Yeah.
Not just like 2.
Okay, so is that how... Well, okay, explain to me how the song went.
I can't say now. It's just a few days ago.
It should be pretty fresh in your memory then.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't remember it going like, beep, 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 beep. Yeah, it would just be like...
Like,
that
we both already established it, like, we both had a different definition of binary.
I think you just don't know what binary is. But,
I think that may be it.
Alright, so what would be an ARG that you would want, that you think you could maybe do?
I thought we were talking about what's your definition
or
of art.
What would you want it to lead?
We're off that topic, Hunter.
Right. Tangent, everyone.
I feel like you could do a ARG to lead to your Tinder page. Or your
My
Facebook.
Tinder page?
Yeah, and so whoever saw
I'm your gift.
Yeah, exactly. So whoever gets to it, it's like...
At the very end, they show up at your house.
Wait, would you say, you've seen the American Dad Breaking Bad episode, right?
Yeah.
Would you say that's an ARG?
Yeah.
What happens in it is, they decide to watch Breaking Bad backwards, so that way it's the story of a crime lord that gives it all up to be a simple teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And they finish it, and then Francine's like, we watched it in reverse order. We watched each episode like straight through. So then they watch the episodes in reverse, and it reveals a message from the guy.
Yeah.
And they get clues, and they're going to different areas in the Breaking Bad.
That would be an ARG.
Oh gosh, that's great.
That would be an ARG. So with that in mind, do you think you could do an ARG? You don't have to explain how you would do it.
I think it'd be fun to try
the
one.
Resources, I would definitely do an ARG.
Yeah. I feel like maybe you could easily make this podcast into an ARG. Like at the end or in the middle of every episode, just like 3 letters pop up, and then once you get all the letters together, it tells you something like a
or even
message.
like, you know how it was one of these like Pokemon songs from the old games, but like if you took it into like this certain program, it would show the Lavender Town thing.
Yeah.
It would show like the noise like in an image, and it would show like that ghost or whatever. You could do something like that in the podcast, but like in the audio thing. Or whatever.
Yeah.
This makes me want to do an ARG to one of you guys as like a birthday thing.
It would be cool, but
I would do an ARG on my deathbed. Like, just decide who gets my stuff with an ARG.
And then at the very end.
But what if none of us ever figure it out and you die and...
No, like...
It's like a photocopy.
I left everything I owned in
one
One Piece.
Like, yeah.
One Piece is an ARG.
One Piece is an ARG.
It is.
Slenderman has
Is
an
it
ARG.
though? They're not really getting any
Really?
clues to the One Piece.
No, but they're searching for the One Piece, and I mean, when you look at it like that, it's definitely like it could be an ARG, it could not be. But
That's just making me think of any treasure hunt episode of any show.
Yeah, usually an ARG is probably said to be. What are you doing?
I don't know.
Stop.
Okay.
Stop it. Whenever you're doing something online, like whenever you're solving clues or anything online, it's kind of an ARG. There's people in this house. What this commercial of bear commercial? Those were ARGs. Do you not remember me showing you guys those?
No, probably you have to show us after this.
I will. Okay, but
We're getting on the topic of commercials.
Well-
Trunk Monkey. Those are funny commercials.
Shall we begin with the next segue?
Well, no, we're almost reaching our end. This was our final segment. So, do you guys want to close things up for the night?
yeah.
Yeah.
All right then.
Talk
Where can
about-
they find you, Quinton?
You can find me on Twitch as raidenilth, raidenilith. And I have decided, with the announcement of Deadly Premonition 2, to stream and play through Deadly Premonition 1, if I can get it to work properly.
All right, sounds great.
And as for me, if you wish to see through my activities, you feel free to follow me on TikTok, following Tated Madness.
You have a TikTok?
He does.
Yeah.
Dang, man. Gunner?
I don't. Don't come find me. I'll be an ARG. How about that?
You'll be an ARG.
He'll find you.
Come back to the village, Gunner.
Come back to the village with me, Sasuke.
Well, you can find us on Untoasted Art, where we post a lot of our artwork.
Yeah.
Just like and support. This has been the Tinkle Hoy Podcast.